Hi. This will be a cool down. This should be after a workout. The thing that's I think most important to talk about a cool down, this is not the time to do your flexibility training. Flexibility training is actually done 2 to 3 times a week, separate. It's a separate workout. Should be done when your central nervous system is not trashed or fatigued from an intense, highly neurological program like Pumse, because Pumse is not so much cellular as it is neurological. So we want to make sure that at the end of your workout, because you've been focused, you've been really diligent about really paying attention to details, your CNS is going to be pretty trashed. So last thing we want to do is try to do flexibility training. What we want to do though at this moment is to stretch tight muscles that could have been pattern dominant or pattern generated, like for example your quads, flexors, or hamstrings, because they're in a part of your kicking system. So we will stretch those at the end of a workout very quickly, and we'll have a sequence that we do this in based on your pelvic tilt. And I will explain that to you. Adrian will go ahead and demonstrate how we determine that, and that will be the first thing. So she'll back up against the wall, feet against the wall, and she'll put her shoulders back there, and she'll take her hand behind her back. And as you can see, she has quite a large lumbar curve, so it comes all the way through. That means, let's step away from the wall for a second, turn sideways. That means her lumbar curve here is quite pronounced. It's actually excessive. So her hamstrings aren't tight. Her quads and flexors are tight. So we're going to focus on those, although we will stretch her hamstrings somewhat. Her quads and flexors will be where we're going to focus our energy most. Okay, go ahead and turn around. Now, yeah, you don't have to go to the wall. So basically, we're going to show you how to stretch your flexor, your quad, and your hamstring, and then I'll give you the sequence based on whether you have a curve or not. The fact that her hand came all the way through, your hand comes, oh yeah, don't have to back up, comes all the way through, this makes her a large curve. If her hand only came to the middle of her back and her knuckles were kind of right at the back of her spine, this would tell me that her lower back is probably neutral. If she could only get her hand in a little ways like this, with her shoulders up against the wall, that would indicate she has more of a flat lumbar spine, and we would change that. And based on flat, neutral, or curve, we will change the ratio of how we want to stretch at the end of a workout. Okay? Now this is a gross motor skill, gross motor test. So if I really wanted to be able to tell her exactly how we would do it, I'd take the calipers and I'd measure her pelvic tilt. But unfortunately, you guys are all over the country, and I'm not going to be able to do that. So you could actually perform this gross test and get close, and then we can talk more about it at a later